Welcome to another Lucid9 podcast. Today I have quite a few guests joining me. I have John Wesley, the voice actor of Yahiko, Caitlynn French, the voice actor of Airi, and then we have another player who is Elizabeth's root writer, and Luna Chai, which is the common root writer of Lucid9. John?
Hi there. I don't know what else to say. I mean, he forgot to mention, but I'm also the director, so...
Oh yeah, he's also the director. Sorry, guys.
Nah, no problem.
Okay, so, Luna, do you want to say hi so everyone knows your voice?
Hello!
Caitlynn?
Hello!
Player?
Hello, I'm another player, and I'm gonna actually say something that makes somewhat sense, not really, because words. Hi.
Alright. John?
I thought I just...
I already said your name.
I don't even know anymore.
Just go with it, John.
Hi again? Sure. I don't know.
Okay. So let's begin. So we're going to be doing a bit of a Q&A. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. There's going to be some silly ones. Hopefully there's going to be some nice ones too. So let's begin. Do you guys have any phobias? Like, how about we start with Caitlynn? Are you afraid of anything?
Yes, actually quite a few things. Airplanes are one. Not so much because of the height. It's the incline, and I don't like not feeling like I have control of something. It's also why I can't do like cruise control in cars. And heights in general when I can actually see everything. And spiders. Can't do spiders. At all.
I was about to say, in here I was thinking that you were gonna say something really interesting, like, I'm afraid of airplanes, they're tracking me down day and night, they're always overhead.
I mean, I've already accepted Skynet's coming for us. So,
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, I came to my peace with that a long time ago with drones and everything. Skynet's coming.
Alright then, John?
Arachnophobia. I hate spiders so much.
Another spider person.
Really, spiders, and sometimes I hate crowded places, but I kind of gotta get used to that, so...
Alright, Luna Chai?
Yep, spiders. And mirrors.
Mirrors?
As odd as that seems. Yes, I don't like reflective surfaces.
The scary movies got to her.
Is there any reason for it, though?
Once I was in the bathroom and the lights shut off, and that was shortly after I heard the story of Bloody Mary, so yeah.
Childhood trauma.
Alright, player, how about you?
Of course not, I am the knight.
You're Batman.
No fears whatsoever.
Alright, so the next question is actually for the writers. When did you begin writing as, like, a hobby?
Oh god.
Go first, player.
Yeah, let's start with player.
I don't know, I was probably like 12 or 13. Used to play a RPG RuneScape a lot. I kid you not, and they used to have forums up there with these absolutely terribly low character limits, like 2,000 characters for a post, and I started writing there a little bit, and obviously it escalated, thank god. Oh my god, I know that they delete stuff periodically as soon as it goes so low, and I'm so grateful for that.
How about you, Luna?
Basically, I hear from my parents I just started writing pretty much as soon as I could talk. By writing, I mean telling stories. I would tell stories that would make absolutely no sense. And then I was writing from the moment I could hold a pen. None of them were like intelligible, but for some reason I just kept writing stories and I never stopped. So there was never a time I took a hiatus. I was just always writing.
Interesting. Alright, so let's move on to the next question, which is for the voice actors. When did you want to pursue voice acting and why? Let's start with John.
I started when I was a kid. I performed in plays and joined choir, and I love performing. But for a while, I knew I wasn't going to get cast as any of the big parts because they're very... What's the word I'm looking for?
Typecasted, or?
They're picky, yeah. They typecast a lot. So because of my ethnicity, I wasn't cast as most of the big main characters. And so, at the time, I also loved cartoons, and so I wanted to combine that with my passion for acting. And recently, at like the age of 12, I started discovering the anime world, and I discovered voice acting. Yay!
How about you, Caitlynn?
I'm kind of a kid that really never grew up out of playing pretend. I watched Ronin Warriors and Sailor Moon when I was like 5, and I had this obsession with cartoons since I was a very little girl. And when I learned that being a magical girl going to Hogwarts was not feasible, acting kind of became my pretend. I mean, you could go on stage, dress up, no one thought it was weird. Everyone's like, oh, she's just an actor, so it kind of gave me that realm to perform. And I kind of had the same problem John did, is that I'm 5'2", I'm tiny, but I'm not built like a dancer on Broadway is. I'm not 5'7", 5'8". I have 14, 15 years of dance experience, but because of the way I'm shaped, I'm always going to be either in the background or I'm not going to be cast at all in a way that would utilize my talent. So while I pursued theater and improv, because improv became a big love of mine through theater, I really pursued voice acting for the fact of I could be anybody, and especially because I have a voice that sounds like a little girl, but body-wise, I don't look like a little girl. On stage, I would never play the little girl because of how I look. So it was kind of a nice change-up to be whatever I wanted to be, which I kind of got introduced through playing tabletops, because you, like D&D, you can play any character you want. You can be the badass, you can be the tough girl, you could be maybe the silent one, or you can be a character that's not you just by changing your voice, which was always probably my favorite thing about it. So that kind of led me to the voice acting path.
That's interesting. Seems like there's a lot of prejudice, like, against, like, how you're shaped, like, even with John, like, with his ethnicity.
Yeah.
And that's
That-
really
that's
kind
just
of the
how
big
it is.
problem.
Yeah.
It's an overall thing is that we don't do a lot of blind casting. People have these ideals of what certain characters should look like, thus this is what they should be, and it makes it hard for you to be outside the box with your shape or with your form in theater, I find, unless you have a director who's just really willing to experiment and be like, this is we're groundbreaking. But a lot of times that's not the case, especially in college theater.
Oh yeah.
That's just unfortunate. Let's move on though. Most memorable nightmare. Let's start with player, because I don't think he has any, but I could be wrong.
Actually.
Oh.
I mean, this one is less a nightmare, and it's more just, oh my god, what the hell was going on for a couple of days straight? I kid you not, back in high school, I used to not sleep a lot. I just couldn't get to sleep, constant headaches, all sorts of stuff like that. And for about a week, just a school week too, mind you, just 5 nights in a row, I would go to bed. I would, in my mind, wake up, start going through my whole day, get a whole day done, and then I would wake up as I went to bed. And this went on for days and days in a row, and I was literally freaking out as I basically moonlighted myself. I went to classes and took tests that weren't there, and took tests 2 days in a row for the same class. It just freaked me out so bad after a few days of it. And I got no idea what happened or what they were spiking my water with that day. But it was not a fun
Really
one.
weird.
I would not
that
recommend
sucks.
it.
Alright, John?
Spiders.
Spiders?
I had a dream. I have a recurring dream where I am having the time of my life at Disneyland, and all of a sudden these radioactive spiders, like from 8-Legged Freaks, just take over
no!
Disneyland.
Well, you can be Spider-Man.
And no.
Let's say, is that the movie where
refuse.
the spiders are like 10 feet long and stuff like that?
Yeah, exactly. So I always have that reoccurring dream at least twice a month, and it's still going on. So I hate it.
Wow.
They hit.
Oh man.
Caitlynn.
Oh gosh, outside like lucid dreaming where I think I'm actually living it, the worst dream I actually ever had, I think it was after playing like Dead Space or Silent Hill, because I had this weird like mixed dream where I was in like the deep south and
Sounds like a nightmare already.
deep south, like middle of nowhere town. I grew up in Kansas, so there's a lot of those middle of nowhere towns that are kind of ghost towns now. And I was walking through one of those, and like the mist rolls in like Silent Hill, and the first thing I see is this horrific shape of a scorpion that you realize is made out of like demented people, and it was terrifying to me because I could remember it so vividly. It was, I felt like it was a monster right out of Dead Space, just the way like you could see the muscles and the bones and everything. Yeah, but they're kind of graphic, I think.
Yeah.
It's really creepy.
Jeez.
Yes,
Wow.
I was about to say,
definitely.
Mac, you are really just trying to scare everybody with these questions, huh?
Yeah, apparently. Luna?
I don't have anything specific, just on occasion I will get strings of days where I get nightmares of people dying in terribly graphic ways in a row. I don't know what causes them. It's very random. That's it.
Alright then. I think Caitlynn won this round.
Wait, we're
Yeah.
competing
Good way
now?
to win.
We're
I was about to say, she was
Not sure if
touched
this
by
is
the
a
old
win or
gods for
not.
one night.
Yeah.
When do we start competing, though? Come on.
So if we're
Starting now.
competing,
Competing
we
on
just gotta
nightmares.
start. You know.
All right, Mac. All right, whatever.
Alright, so this is another question for the voice actors. Do you guys do anything to get into character when you're voice acting? Actually, this can apply to the writers too, like when you're getting into character for like the characters that you're writing for. Let's start with John.
I usually get into character by, first off, I read the lines before I actually go in and start recording, and I just kind of like act out the way they would do it, so I would be very physical. And I know that a lot of actors do this, so I'm sure Caitlynn does this too, but, you know, if I'm doing a fighting yell or grunt or whatever, I'll, like, punch my fist in the air, making sure I don't hit my microphone, of course. But yeah, physicality when you're acting really does help build character and actually help with the inflections, so.
Alright. Luna.
Yeah, I occasionally have this process, usually only doing so when I have a really hard time grasping a character or when the scene feels very stagnant, where I, actually there's two things. One is I will close my eyes and try to picture it from a movie, set all the characters, the setting, paint the atmosphere in my mind, and somehow that ends up working really well. If that doesn't work, then I try to get in character as the person and just try to think from their point of view, or sometimes write a journal entry from their point of view, and that usually fixes things.
Okay. Player.
You know, I don't think I ever really get into character. I can't see myself running around as Yahiko too often. But you really gotta kind of just find your zone when you're writing, for me at least. I'll go a couple of days without doing a thing if I just can't quite grasp it, if I just can't get the flow going, but if I can sit down for a couple hours and hopefully pump something out.
Alright, what about you, Caitlynn?
So kind of two processes I have. When I'm going to go into a role for like anime, I actually play the theme song a lot, and I actually did this for some of the trailers we did. Is before I started talking or even picking Airi up, I was listening to her song over and over again because it puts me in that mindset. I also find music very motivating for me. So like if I'm going to do an anime, I put on that theme song, and that theme song is what they want you to get into the show with. That's how they open it. So I use that as my stimulation. Like Airi's song, which is really cool, the little music box sound, I use that to help me kind of put into the tone I wanted to have Airi. When I'm doing things like RPGs, I actually do what Luna does, and I write journal entries. I find it's really helpful because it helps me find if I can write as my character and I can work their thought process, I know I'm bringing everything to the table.
It's interesting.
So she's a method actor.
Not entirely. I mean, method acting requires giving up quite a bit of things. I just
I know.
get a
It
little
was just
too
a joke.
into it.
It was just a joke.
I was about to say, I was almost about to get into spoiler territory there, but I don't
Yeah,
think you
Oh,
could
no.
be a method actor.
Okay, our next question is asked by an anonymous goat. It is, if you could gender bend all the characters, who would become the best waifu or the best husband? Or...
Yahiko.
Yeah, Yahiko. There's
Yahiko equals best waifu.
All
Can
right,
I be best boy?
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Player, did you, and John, you both say Yahiko then?
Yahiko would be
yeah,
best
probably.
waifu. Mm-hmm.
What about you, Luna?
I think he would make a terrible wife, to be honest.
No.
Like,
we
what
didn't
does- what
say,
does he
we didn't
do? He
say
doesn't do
wife, we said
anything.
waifu.
Well, he would
Come
still
on.
make a terrible waifu. Like, what does he do?
So who do you think
Model.
would be the best waifu or husband? Or
Probably nobody. Actually.
nobody?
Yeah.
Not
I don't
even
know.
like
Such a pessimist.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody.
All right. What about you, Caitlyn?
Just based off the lines alone I got to see in the audition, can my husbando be Akira? Because I think that would be amazing. I just love how spastic
Oh, boy.
they are.
Oh
Yeah.
That
yeah.
would be kind of scary, but yeah, I can see where you're
It'd
coming
be
from.
scary, but it'd be
She's-
really entertaining, and I really like a good laugh. I really like the fun guys. So if Akira was gender swapped, I'd definitely say that for best husbando. Airi's a little too quiet, and I'd feel a little odd. We'd probably be like the same height.
That's the best choice in my opinion, in no way, shape, or form biased.
Of course not.
So this next question is for the voice actors again. What made you guys want to audition for Lucid9? Let's start with Caitlyn.
So, I was browsing the internet, and John had invited me into his group, and he sent the audition, and honestly, I saw the artwork, and I kind of fell in love with it. Something I do when I'm looking through auditions is I look through the characters, and if any kind of, like, stand out to me, and I'm like, I want to try and play that character, and that's honestly how I pick out. I'm like, this sounds really cool, I want to do it, so that's what I did. I got really excited reading it. I've actually really wanted to get into visual novel work lately because I have so many friends who really enjoy the medium that I wanted to try it out. So I was actually really excited to get the opportunity to play.
Disney's artwork is still tempting people to this day.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Yes.
So pretty. And I also just really like the story. Like the trailer I saw for it when I was like, ooh, what is this? I looked it up. I'm like, this is cool. I dig this.
But really, it was the art. To be honest.
It is art. I do like the art. The
What
art
about
is
you,
beautiful.
John?
Well, when I was first putting together Yin Yang Voices, it was kind of a spur of the moment. I wanted to expand my horizons more, so I just basically advertised on Facebook if there are actors who would like to be part of my closed talent pool and would like to audition for any projects that I would get. This was the hard part because this required me to go and actually search for people that wanted to give us a shot because we were unknown and didn't have a Facebook page or a website or any of that. But I contacted Dia, and at first you guys were all like, I don't know, voice acting in an English visual novel. But after I sent you guys every single one of our actors' demo reels, which took forever. Thank you, by the way. That was very strenuous on me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
He agreed. He agreed. You guys all agreed. You gave us a shot, and I love the story. I love the art. That's what really drew me into contacting Dia about it and you guys about it. And so when I saw that, hey, look, there's a comic relief character, I was like, this is my role. I was born to play Yahiko, and I did it. And I got the part, and now we're here.
You are excited.
Now we are here.
Okay. Next question. Would you rather give up your sight or your hearing? Let's start with player.
I'd probably rather give up my hearing.
Luna.
I want to have to listen to people. It'd be great.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh,
then.
player.
Luna.
Definitely hearing. Definitely. It's I love music, but art's too pretty. Can't give it up.
I was about to say, and walking into walls and all that kind of stuff. And the best part, too, is I actually know just enough English Sign Language to say sparkling dolphin rainbow. And literally nothing else because they're almost all the same sign.
I question your upbringing sometimes. You know?
Yeah, so do I.
What about you, Caitlyn?
This is hard because as a voice actor, I actually want my hearing. Because if I lose my sight, someone can just say the line to me and then I could record it. There's also the fact of
You'd lose Dizzy's art.
I would lose the art, but then I'd lose my career. So it's one of those like hard pulls. And honestly, if I could be like Daredevil, I'd totally lose my sight. But yeah, I'd probably have to go with the sight, honestly. I mean, I really like hearing people's voices. It's one of the things I find attractive about people is listening to their voices and how different they sound. And I think it'd actually be cool if I couldn't see anybody, because right now, I normally don't know what anybody looks like on the other side of this chat, except John, because I've seen his picture. So I have my own mental image of what you all look like, which is all probably wrong, but it's cool.
Well, my profile picture's on here, so...
I was about to say, Mac actually isn't 35 and, like, huge.
Yeah, I'm 16.
I mean, it could be a picture from Google.
Oh, that'd
You
be
never
terrible.
know on the internet.
Or he could have mugged some poor 16-year-old and forced them to take a photo for him.
Oh, God. Okay, what about
That
you,
would be the hard
John?
way of doing it.
Yeah, okay, John?
Oh man. I would have to agree with Caitlyn and say sight. I feel like when we see someone or we see something in terms of art in general, we're always there to criticize it because of how it looks, and I honestly hate that. I wish people were more self-expressive about it. And again, as a voice actor, I would much rather be able to hear what someone says, what the line is. So that would definitely be okay with me not having to look at the script, because I generally stumble on my words anyway. So
Alright, we see how it is. It's gonna be me versus you and Luna versus her. Come on.
all right, let's do it now.
Oh, snaps.
Well,
So I'm gonna ask each of you one last question. John, do you have any weird nicknames?
Go.
Go-Go?
My last name is Go, so people say Go John Go, Go John Go, Go John Go. I've gotten used to it.
Luna, do you have like a wish? Like, if you make one wish, what would it be?
Oh, that's heavy. How come you gave me the heavy one?
Sorry.
There is the politically correct answer, but the real answer is I have no clue. So
No
it's a
clue.
good thing I won't be getting a wish anytime soon.
I guess so. I mean, you could just wish for what to wish for.
What?
You know, I make you wish like
to know what to wish
I wish
for.
I knew what to wish for.
And then I know what to wish for, and my wish is gone, so then it's useless.
Yeah, it defeats the purpose there, Mac.
But then
Yeah,
you
then
know.
I just live in eternal regret that I spent my wish so frivolously.
Well, it won't be eternal. You'll die eventually.
Yeah.
You didn't wish for
Thanks, that's
immortality here.
comforting.
Player, if you had a time machine, where would you go and why?
Probably the future, and I have no idea, but it's gotta be pretty cool. There's gotta be chrome and stuff. It's gonna be neat.
Influenced by motion pictures, I presume.
Absolutely not. Not a motion picture. SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Oh, come on. Haven't you seen that episode? Everything is chrome in the future.
Yes. Okay, Caitlyn, what did you want to be when you were like growing up, like before you wanted to become a voice actress?
I wanted to be a magical girl, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah.
I was like Again, I was that kid who was always playing pretend, so I always wanted to be the magic, the wizard, Hogwarts, all of that. A little Chinubio-ish at times. So yeah, I definitely wanted to be a magical girl. I watched Sailor Moon. I was Sailor Jupiter when I was like 5. My mom had the costume made and everything. So that was a big disappointment in life. That the only way
You
to be a
never
magical
discovered your
girl was
latent
doing
powers.
voices. Huh?
I said you just never discovered your latent powers.
Yeah, I never wish I had like a mutant gene. I just wanted powers. I think that's really what it came down to, is I wanted a superpower and I could never have it. And that
Are
was
you
the
sure?
sad part.
Even at the sacrifice of, forming a binding contract with some creepy white rabbit hybrid or something.
Yeah, though I'm pretty sure that might be how I got a voiceover career. I don't know.
I was about to say, part of the contract was she has to forget about the contract.
Probably he's sitting there having little demon cat being like, let's make a contract, and somehow I forget about it. That'd be
Typical Tuesdays.
As long as I keep my head on, I'm good.
Because I asked John such a lame question, I'm gonna ask you one more. Do you have
Sure.
any role models, John?
It's okay, John. You can say me.
Plenty of people. No, not UAP. I'm sorry. I don't even know you. No, I'm just kidding.
It's alright.
In terms of my voiceover career, I really looked up to Mel Blanc, the voice of pretty much all the Looney Tune characters. And when I started discovering anime and all that stuff, Crispin Freeman was a big thing for me. So definitely that. Other than that, I would say my grandfathers, yes, plural. They taught me everything I know, and how I am today is because of them. So.
That's nice. Alright guys, well I think this pretty much wraps it all up. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully I'll see all of you sometime soon again. Thank you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
having us.
Hey, thank you.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.